Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here. Today we're checking out Frosthaven. A lot of you guys have been asking me about this. It's coming out July 31st. And this time, and I say this time because unlike Gloomhaven, this is being developed by Snapshot Games and published by Arc Games, who are sponsoring this video. So different developers, different publishers working on Frosthaven. If you've never heard of these games before, let me get you up to speed. These are based on board games. And I bet you if you asked any developer of the past 5 years about what some of their influences are from a strategy game, I can almost guarantee that you would hear about Gloomhaven. And they do a lot of really cool things in here. It can be very strategically dense, but once you figure out the systems, very, 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 very cool. So let's dive into Frosthaven here. We're just going to check out like probably the opening level, and you can go through the training grounds. We're going to skip that, and I'll try to explain things the best that I can. I'm not an expert. I'm very much learning the Frosthaven systems here. So we'll come up with a party here. We'll do like the chill bros, because get it, Frost. And we can pick from between 2 and 4 characters, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, there are 6 in total. So we have to go in here and create them. We've got a Banner Spear, a Bone Shaper, a Drifter, a Deathwalker, a Blink Blade, and a Geminate. So I think we'll probably pick some of the lower complexity ones, because if you've never played this, or if you're newer like I am, the other ones will get very, very strategically dense, and I'd like to be able to at least be somewhat competent here. So we'll pick a Banner Spear, and we'll just go, we'll keep the same. Let's just keep the name so that it's clear. We'll do something like that. Now, when you're creating these characters, you create these personal quests. Explore the reaches. So explore 5 different quests that require boat, climbing gear, or sled. And then build, not destroy. Experience the construction of 12 different buildings or building upgrades. And these are things that are happening like in the meta game. Some of them. But some quests might happen in combat as well. These seem to be completely random every time that you pick, which is kind of cool. And so once you complete this, then the hero gets to retire. Pretty neat. Let's go ahead and do build, not destroy. And then we get to pick some starting equipment as well. So we've got 30 gold that we can spend. We can go Warden's Robes here. When one of your summons suffers damage from an attack, that summon gains 2 shield for the next attack. And then all those other icons, don't worry about that yet. I'll try to explain those as best as I can. I think I'm going to go leather armor. This is pretty strong, in my opinion. It means that when somebody attacks us, before drawing an attack modifier, which is this whole like Gloomhaven, Frosthaven way of manipulating damage, the attacker will gain disadvantage. Okay, so we'll have to, I think they roll twice and they take the weakest one. So we'll buy the leather armor. And then what else should we buy here? We could maybe go during your melee attack, add poison to one attack, or a heater shield. When you suffer damage from an attack, gain a shield for the attack. Yeah, maybe heater shield would be good. Let's go do that on the Banner Spear. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Drifter here. You can also see they've done a pretty good job of showing you how these guys can be built out. So not a lot of control on him. Little bit on the Banner Spear, and then down here, fully ranged melee mobility, but no control. Here's kind of a good mix of everything. This guy's really neat. A little bit scary to use, I think, but we'll stick with the Drifter for now. Okay, Drifter, let's go Drifter. And personal quest, kill 2 Algox guards, 2 Lurker Claw Crushers, and 2 robotic bolt shooters. Sure. And then I'm actually, just to keep it simple, I'm going to go with the same gear on them so that I know I can do it for both. Let's try it with 2. Choose a battle goal for each hero. If the quest is completed successfully, each hero will gain perk marks. Okay, so we get a little bit of a briefing here. Now, if you've never played the Gloomhaven or Frosthaven system at all, you kind of operate through these scenarios. Scenarios presented to you, you do the scenario, you move on. We'll see if we can complete a scenario or not. I'll try my best. Kill an enemy with an attack that has disadvantage. Collect more loot bags than any other hero. Lose a card to negate suffering 5 or more damage. Okay. I think Egoist is something we could do. So our Banner Spear needs to be picking up the loot. Kill an enemy before it takes its first turn as an assassin. Might be tough. End each of your turns adjacent to a wall or obstacle. That's actually a very good strategy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to end each of them like that. Or take only long rests during quests. I'll pick this one, but my main focus is going to be surviving.
First, muffled metallic pangs, a voice howling.
So we're going to skip that just so we can get into the gameplay here. But there is a full story and campaign. As I said, it's coming out into early access 31st.
Aldox Raiders, we're doomed.
Okay. So, here we go. Now, let me explain a little bit about what's happening here. Gloomhaven and Frosthaven systems are very unique. You've got your 2 characters here, and you select 2 cards. Of those cards, you then select which one you want to use for your initiative, and that's these numbers on the left. The lower the initiative, the earlier you're going to go in the round. Enemies are typically around like the 50 initiative area. And so if you want to go first, you want to be doing initiative that's lower than that. In addition, when you're picking your cards, when you play them, you're going to play one of the top sections of one card, and you're going to play the bottom section of the other card. You can do whichever one you want in whichever order, but you have to do it like that. A top section and a bottom section, okay? So I won't explain to you what all of these different icons mean because it'll be very overwhelming. Some of you guys that have played the Gloomhaven or Frosthaven systems before are going to be able to pick up on this, obviously, really quick in the digital version. But there is a tutorial. I just don't think it's like that exciting for me to make a video on. So I'll try to explain it. Now, we can do a couple things here. Rallying Cry is not a bad option. This is a good opportunity to explain a little bit of the iconography. So this is the attack. This would do 3 damage. And disarm, this is this little icon, means a character cannot perform any attack abilities. And then this is the formation that you need to be in. So you're the gray, the enemy is the red, and the ally is the blue. So you kind of have to like pincer them in between here, right? And I do think too, a lot of times the card name does a great job of kind of explaining what's happening there. And then you get a little bit of XP from this. Some things give more or less XP. There's also some of these different things. This gives persistent bonuses, and then this gets burned. So this card will not go to the discard pile. If you use this bottom part, it will be burned and it cannot be recovered. And that's an interesting little thing to be considering as well. The other thing to just remember, and then I'll start diving in here to play, but each card can be used for the top part can be used as 2 basic attack, and the bottom part can be used as 2 basic move. You'll see that once I actually start and choose the cards. Okay, so let's say I wanted to go with something like... I wonder if I could do pincer movement, actually, because that's pretty good. Muddles them, gains disadvantage on all attacks. Yeah, I mean, that's an option. If I went pincer movement, and then I need to go like 1, 2, 3 to go here. And then my ally would need to be over here. He would need to go 1, 2, 3 as well. So what I could do is, this is granting 2 allies within 3 movement. That's not really what we want. I would want to find something that lets me move 3 or 4. This could be interesting, I suppose. If I go here, that's a 6 initiative. Do we have a faster one? No, we don't over there. So that, because I would have to have him set up there first before I do that. What would be my better option? Let's say I only move 2. Then I could get away with something like the Rallying Cry. Right? So I could do like regroup for at 25 and Rallying Cry, and then I pick 25 as my initiative. You get to pick which card you want to put towards that. And there's going to be times where you want to go later. But right now I don't. And then I want to go earlier with him. So I can always go 2, but I need to find like a 3. Like draining arrows would be good. If you're adjacent to exactly one enemy, regain the use of your active bonuses, which we might learn about. We'll see. But that's going to be my initiative, so we're below the banner spear. And then I'm going to do, ideally, some type of melee damage. So we're looking for a top card that would work here. Regain 1 use of your active bonuses. I mean, it's 3 damage, or it's 3 attack, but that stuff can get modified as well, and I'll kind of show you that, how that works. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I could also just pick a really expensive one and just do a basic attack or something if I don't see another use for this. But Unbreakable is nice. The bottom one is on the next 6 sources of damage from attacks targeting you, gain a shield. On the next 6 enemy attacks within 2 range targeting you, gain 2, I believe that's Retaliate. Yeah, so you deal damage back, which is pretty cool, but usually movement's on the bottom of the cards, so yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and do something like this. Just a straight up melee attack. All right. Yeah, so there. The lowest was 50. The highest is 70 there. So we're going to be going before them. So it's your turn. Now we're going to pick. Let's go. We need to move 3. So we're going to go up here, confirm our movement. And we're going to do a basic attack. You can't switch between, but I want you to pay attention down here. So we're going to attack with this now. And go here. How come it's not letting me? Draining arrows, confirm ability. Oh, we don't need to use the extra part of the ability because we are next to that guy, but we don't have any active bonuses, so we can skip that. Now we're going to activate the other half and go here and confirm our target. Okay, so we rolled a -1. And that is your attack modifier. So imagine in the board game, you're like reaching into this bag of tokens, and there's these -1s, -2s, there's ×2s, there's ×0s, and those all impact the actual amount of damage that you're doing. So because we did the -1, we did 2 -1 for 1. So keep an eye on this down here, right? Regain 1 use of your active bonuses. I don't have any again, so not a big deal. We can skip that and end the turn. All right, now what we can do is we can use just the basic version of move here to come on up. And I can use the rallying cry to disarm and deal hopefully 3 or more. And let's confirm that. We rolled a 0, so we get the 3 damage, totally fine. Now, I don't know if the game exposes this, but I believe the way that it works is once those are pulled out of the imaginary bag, that 0 or the -1, those are gone until the bag is empty. So you know that there's like a ×2 in there, which is cool, but you also know there's a ×0, which nullifies all your damage. And there's a couple others in there, but you get the basic gist. Okay, now our goal here is to protect as many city guards as possible. We're just in this little opening area right now, and then we are going to try to get through here and see how long that takes us. Okay, so we are getting attacked, and we get to choose, hey, do we want to use our leather armor? When you're attacked, before drawing an attack modifier, the attacker gains disadvantage. We'll say yes. Let's go ahead and do that. There may be situations where you don't want that to happen, I'm sure. Here's another cool thing in the Frosthaven, Gloomhaven world. When you're receiving damage, you can do one of 3 things. You can either just take the damage, which is probably what we're going to be doing most of the time. You can choose one of the available ability cards that hasn't been used yet and discard that to avoid receiving damage. Or you can choose 2 of the discarded ones to lose. Oh, sorry, you lose it. You don't discard it. You can choose 2 of the discarded cards to lose in order to avoid receiving damage. But once you lose those are gone. You cannot get them back when you rest. And resting, like after we beat this room, hopefully, going into there, we might need to rest. So I think we're just going to receive the damage. Now, round 2. This is fine. This guy's fine. Everyone's fine. They didn't do anything. We need to kill him. Now, we're in a pretty good spot to maybe do some of these big buffs, right? On the next 6 sources of damage from attacks targeting you, gain a shield. Or on the next 6 enemy attacks targeting you within 2 range, gain retaliate. Like, that's pretty good. And then those are things that when you see here, like regain use of your bonuses, those are things you can restack. On your next 6 melee attacks, gain +2. That's really nice. Let's say I pick that and we just go for like an early buff here, right? If I'm going to do that, then what's my bottom option going to be? I could use this, bloodletting. It's pretty rare that you see attacks on the bottom part, but I'm okay with that. And then here, are there any kind of formations that we might want? I mean, yeah, we could do pincer movement here, but this guy only has 2 health. The downside is if we roll one of those modifiers, it's going to be pretty sad. That would be pretty sad, not going to lie. But we are in position to be able to do it. It would just be better to use it on a higher health enemy. You know what I mean? So why don't I go ahead and do something like... Let's do this just for the move. We're just going to move up a bit. And then I could throw a javelin at that guy, or I could just try to kill him depending on what happens over there. And if I do this, I can make sure we go first and try to kill this guy. Let's do that. Okay, so they also, like, they are randomly drawing these cards, and that determines what their abilities are too, right? So you can see this guy's going to do this guy's going to do this city guard going to cower defensively. Great, that's awesome for us. Okay, so let's see how we should do this. If I use the -1 to all your ranged attacks, but I get the shield, reduce incoming damage, which is nice, but then this card is burned. But having that damage up early could make things really good for us. And then I could still just, like, use this, or I could throw it over him to hit that guy. That's an option. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do it. This card's going to get burned. That's fine. This unbreakable wall could be good too at some point, but setting that up could be a little bit tough. So let's go ahead and confirm this. Now we're going to have -1 range to all ranged attacks, which is fine. We're going to activate this and see how we could target him before, but now he's out of range. So we're going to go ahead and throw this here, hopefully. We rolled... Oh, geez. Okay. We still had enough. That's fine. We drew the -1/-1, and because it's range, we roll disadvantage, so that's why we got those, and we take the worst, but they were the same. Okay. He's gone. He didn't attack, he just moved, that's fine. Now you're also going to notice there's these loot things around here, that our banner spear needs to collect more loot bags than other heroes. That's pretty sweet. The Algox guy drew the ×0 attack modifier. One thing I don't know is if enemies draw from the same bag as us, but, you know, either way. Okay, so I need to now I need to get in there. And I guess I don't really have a great option because I have this difficult terrain here. So I kind of feel like I might just have to do, like, crushing weight. So now my melee attacks are going to get stronger. And then I'm just going to move into here. It's difficult movement, but so be it. End the turn. Okay, now, I do want to be getting this loot. Our range stuff is much lower. So if I'm here, there's no way I'm going to be able to hit that guy. Which is too bad. But I could do, like, tip of the spear into just anything, really. Just like a basic attack. And that's one thing I'm not certain with these systems, like how much I should just be like, just go for the basic attack sort of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be fine. And I could just pick something else, like, let's take pincer movement. We'll use 67, so we're not going to go early, but that's fine. And then over here, I need to move off of this for 1. This guy, I believe, would count as an ally, but we don't have any of those big positioning things here. I could just go Vile Assault. Vile Assault's actually cool. You actually get to use both of those, which is quite strong. But if you do Vile Assault, see that little X in the bottom of it? That's something to consider. But I do want to just kill things. Prudent Preparation. So we have Crushing Weight. So his melee attacks are stronger. This could just clear this guy. Maybe we go Continuous Health. And then I need something for moving. Let's do this. Okay, so these guys are actually going to go first. The Algox Archer, this guy over here, he's going to move and then attack. Or just attack. Okay, not bad. I'll take that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do this. And then I don't want to move anymore. I don't have any, like, active abilities to regain. And now we'll do this. Yeah. And I guess I should have maybe gone here, but I'm trying to draw his aggro away from this guy because I'm rolling at a disadvantage by doing that. But I could have also just done a basic melee attack. That would have actually been much better. Either way. C'est la vie. Okay. So we were going to go here for the 4. That'll grab us some loot. And then we're just going to do the basic attack. Got the ×2, so he's dead. Okay. Very cool. Drop some more loot there. When you end the turn, we'll pick up the loot. So we got some gold. See what the priest wants to do here. He's applying Bless. Okay. I mean, as long as we're not taking damage there, it's okay. I would like to potentially get a heal here. And I think we have one. Right here. X is the number of people whose hit points were increased by this ability. Let's go at all costs. And then I can even do combined effort to move over here, grab more loot. And then I might just do basic attacks because they're getting buffed by crushing weight. And then I could also, because I'm here, I could just do unbreakable, the buff at the bottom. And I don't really need range, so I'll just use the basic attack part of this. Okay. So now we're going to heal. I can grant 2. Not that he's getting any of that, but... Oh, did I... Wait, what? Did I do that wrong? Oh, no, maybe did I click him twice somehow? Oh my god, I might have. My bad. My bad, if that's the case. Okay. So we gotta hide there. Now we can do this. So we'll gain shields when people attack us, but it's gonna get burned. But I mean, we want those buffs anyways, because there's gonna be more enemies coming up. Then we'll do a basic attack here. If we got a +1, that'd be... Oh, we got the +1. Deadly. Literally. Okay. This is good. City guard's turn. Fine. Now, we can do a rest. Draw and lose a random discarded card in order to recover the rest of the discarded cards. Or a long rest, select an ability to lose and gain 2 health, which, you know, we might want to do with him. But I think for now, we're going to do that. And you're going to do... I think we'll do Relentless. We'll actually use that. And this can be used to pick up a loot. All he's doing is cowering, if you haven't noticed the trend. Let's use this. I could come down here, I suppose, to get this loot. But then I gotta go all the way around. That's fine. We'll skip the rest. There's nothing we can do. City Guard goes. Then we'll do on the next 6 enemy attacks. We're going to have that retaliate. And then this loot allows you to pick up every gold token and treasure tile within X range. So that's going to pick up everywhere around us. I don't have anybody to attack, unfortunately. Skip the attack, but pick up the loot. Okay, cool. Cool. Now we need to get to this. So we need to start moving people up. We have all of these active things happening. It's pretty nice. I think what we'll do is just pick these 2. You don't have any. So unfortunately, we're going to have to do something here. Draw and lose a random discarded card. But we get the rest. We'll do that. Okay, so we're going to lose set for the charge. Or we can redraw to take a damage. I'm okay with this one. I don't love that it's super low initiative, and I don't love that it's one that has a ton of mobility. Maybe I could take 1 damage. Deflecting maneuver. Yeah, okay. Let's lose deflecting instead. I'm fine with that. Okay. So you are at 14. We want to be higher than 14. Because you also need to... Are we going to use any of these? Not really. When we get there, the door opens. So... I could use this to move, and then I could rest in that spot. It's a little tricky. I want to figure out Banner of Strength here. So, down here, it says... all allies within 2 add +1 damage to one of their attacks each turn. It's pretty good. The rallying cry is decent enough to set up too, at the top part. Actually, I think that's better. And then I get to keep the card too. But I do have to use these cards, like now. This healing one again could be good, but I could also just long rest to gain health. And I get to select an ability to lose. But it's only 2 anyways, so I might just want to heal anyway, you know? Let's do that, and we'll do... We need a bottom thing. Tip of the spear we'll use for the bottom. All right. You go there, skip this attack. Actually, hold on. If I do this... Let's throw that on. Okay. City guard goes. There we go. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I take that damage as well. Fine. I'll receive it. Okay. Now I'm kind of thinking we go right up here. Open the door.
You run inside the gate, and the breadth of destruction becomes quickly apparent. The town has been sacked. Smoke burns your eyes. What structures still stand are bright with fire, and the rest smolder. Their frames like black torched skeletons. And all about the wreckage howl the Olgoks, celebrating their victory in an unrecognizable language.
Okay. Now it's going to get pretty intense, as you can see, and I don't know that I'm going to survive, and that's okay. So we moved, and that ends the turn. I don't know if that's the best way to do that for me or not. Guy's looking thick. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Take the 2. Now we want to get him in there because he has all of these buffs, right? This is very important for us. Unfortunately, yeah, I timed this a little bit in a bad way. I will do a long rest, which is going to put me at the end of the initiative. I'll gain 2 health. And do I have to pick the card? Yeah, I think I'll have to pick it after. Her, yeah. So we have to try to protect as many city guards. There's 2 in here. They're going to draw some attention, sure. If I can get, like, over here and then send him into this middle section, that would set us up for a few things. Or I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe throw a javelin. Now, one of the things we haven't talked about is this, infuse element. So infuses the battlefield with the air element available to be used after the current character's turn. So other cards can benefit from that. Yeah, I think maybe that's what I'll do. Go these 2 together. Now, I am using 2 really low initiative cards, but I think that's fine. Okay, the priest actually at a 9. Kind of cool. Let's confirm this. And then we're going to start chucking. Got the +1. Huge. Now remember, we're at the end here. Oh, we got a ×2. That's... Okay, okay, okay. When we start getting close to death, that's when we're going to start burning our cards, right? But if we start burning them early, then you're not going to have abilities, which is the issue. -1. Ooh, that is not great. Ooh, that's rough. If I get rid of, like... I feel like Rallying Cry is a good one. Pincer as well. Maybe Combined Effort. Let's get rid of that. It's gone now. But 3 damage is pretty heavy. So we're going to do a long rest. Select an ability to lose. We're going to get rid of... What? Let's get rid of Precision Aim. We heal a bit. Okay. Now let's see if we can make anything happen here. Regroup. +1 health at turn start, remove when damaged. Ooh. Heal at 2 range. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him in there. If I put him over there, that'd kind of be interesting. I kind of want to put him in here, though. 1, 2, 3. Regain a use of your bonuses. So draining arrows is an option to get us the movement that we want. And then I could maybe go Vile Assault on this guy. And our initiatives are pretty low. And then if he's in there, I could move in for Pincer, which is overkill on this guy. I just probably do the basic attacks, honestly. Even Rallying Cry, just because it's expensive. Get that used, and then just use the basics. Right, so he's going to go first. I can get him in there. Okay. And we're going to go Vile Assault. Got the +1. He's already hitting +2, so that's solid. Then it comes down to the second one, and I can choose different targets here. The thing is, we're going to hopefully get the kill with her on this guy. Wow. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. So let's go like this. Actually... hold on. Do I want to use this? Just heal herself? Because I do want to kill this guy. Yeah, I think I'll kill him. Skip the rest of the movement. Got the 0. That's good. He's gone. Okay, guys, there's a world where we're doing okay here. This is Elite Archer, who hasn't been causing too many problems yet. Disadvantage. 5. Choose to take damage, burn an available card, or burn 2. I think we're going to use all of these things. We're going to receive 3. And then we retaliate. Because he has all those buffs, right? So that's why we wanted him in the middle. I think things are looking good here. Okay, that's a little bit not great. That's a little not great for us. I'm not going to be able to pincer here. So I'm going to have to rest. Which I hate. But that's my life. Okay. I could do a deadly shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. And get in there. And then just hope that I can... maybe I go bloodletting because I get the +2. And if I kill, I get to redo the bonuses. And then that would save this guy from his next attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So deadly shot and bloodletting. She's resting. Do we want to lose Javelin? Javelin's pretty good. How much health are we at? Not a lot. Okay, just lose Javelin. It's fine. It's going to have to be our life. Now, the nice thing about the short rest is that you get to still play in that round, too. So that's something that I forgot. That's fine. Maybe I should go for heals here. Because she'll get this benefit, right? One, two, three. I mean, I could put her here as well. Let's do that. If I regroup, I could do this first. Heal him. And then move. Okay, so that gets applied to him. For some, I thought that was going to get applied to her, but all good. That makes sense. Times 0. Now, unfortunately, I am immobilized. That's not great. Can't perform any move abilities. So that's a bit of a problem for me. Because I can't do anything from here. Oh, I could do Deadly Shot, actually. -1. That sucks. You should get the poison still. So add +1 attacks against all their attacks against a poisoned character. I'm immobilized, so I have to just skip that. So be it. That guy's buffing. See what the priest does here. Okay, applying bless. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. Why don't I... I can't pincer here, hey? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wouldn't help me with any of these. Yeah, I think I just need to do attacks. Basic ones. And then you, we need to kill this guy. So just a move and an attack would be good. That priest... That's concerning a bit. Now, I think generally... Unless we get a ×0 here, yeah. I think generally, like, you want to be trying to situate yourself by landing on these loot things, because it's pretty advantageous. It's just really dependent on the enemies. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. If I heal there, is that necessary? Because I'm not going to get the kill there. Right? Heal him. We take the damage. That's fine. Just stay there, actually. So we'll just cancel or skip the movement. This is gonna... Oh, -2. Okay. Jeez, lucky because... That guy's probably gonna die. Let's be honest here. I could short rest to try to get draining arrows back. But I actually only need to move 2, so I don't need to do that. We'll just pick these 2. And these 2. We're going to go last, though, unfortunately. That's fine. I can take 1. And I'm immobilized, but I don't care. This guy's probably dead. Oh, he's buffing. Okay. Okay. It's down to 2. Okay. I can't move. I'm immobilized, so I have to pick this and then just skip it. Then, can I save this guy? I don't think so. We're gonna have to short rest. I need 1, 2, 3. I mean, I have... What range do I have here? None with her. I have Deadly Shot, but that's not going to be enough. Guess we try Continuous Health. Continuous Health, I need to be within 2, so that's not close enough. So I actually need to use Deadly Shot and Continuous Health. And then I'll just try to move us in as close as humanly possible here. Now we get those heals going. And then I'm actually going to just... Well, let's not do that. We will try to get a little closer. The longer I'm doing this, the more I'm kind of feeling like, oh yeah, okay, I'm getting it. Oh, we got the ×2! That was very lucky. That was very lucky. Choose an ability card. Let's say this one. Okay. So. There we go. That's our scenario. Oh, I'm very happy that we could pull that off, guys. Very satisfying. Oh my god. Then you got this whole like outpost situation. And this is where like the metagame progression stuff kicks in. But you got like a full campaign here. I'm going to skip this for now. But if you guys are interested in a full campaign, let me know. Because I would love to really understand this system. I probably overcomplicated quite a few things instead of just like doing the basic attacks, right? We've got like this whole setup in here too, which I think is going to be really interesting and really fun to use. You can recruit new people and yeah. Like very, very fun. Guys, let me know what you think. Please check this out. I'll have links down below, of course. And this was Frosthaven, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. And for sure, if you're an expert at this game, I would love if you could throw me a couple timestamps of things that you would have improved and different choices that you would have made and why. That would be super cool for me and for everybody else watching. So take care, everybody. Bye for now.